Catlin chose his subjects fairly carefully, particularly at the beginning of his career in the 1830s. He chose to paint Native American leaders. He did try to seek out very prominent people in order to make his name. He also used the fur trade connection so that he would work at the forts of the fur trade, like Fort Clark, Fort Union, up in the very north of the United States. And here he would meet the leaders who were living close by. And so, in some sense, they chose him as well. Those people who were there at the fort would be more of the kinds of people who would sit for Catlin. I think that the people that Catlin met responded very well to him generally. They were used to people coming to see them all through the 18th century, and of course from the days of the fur trade in the 17th century. So having visitors was not necessarily something new. However, having your portrait painted might be. He did paint on site. He sketched in the faces right there so they could see the beginnings of their portrait. And I think it became somewhat of a competition, at least according to Catlin, that having your portrait painted by him was something of a coup. And so if a prominent chief had his picture painted, the next man in the next village might want his painted as well. So it became something expected and perhaps welcomed by some of the tribal peoples.